honest, the moon is only like a third of a moon, but you know, that's how the camera's going to catch it. Pretty much post sunset. Becky's got dinner about ready, and I looked over at the thermometer, and we're at 34 degrees. It's cooling off quick. I mean, we were only like 40 anyway. And I thought, I don't think I shut this off. Guess what? And yeah, push the hose out so it drains. Got flipped wrong. Here we go. No, that won't be frozen in the morning. I just thought I'd tell you, I goofed. It's a Monday, what can I say? And it rained like hell there earlier. It really did. I got soaked before I got in. And it was probably 38 or 40 degrees then. And then turns off like this. Probably do like last night, and about every hour it'll rain for 20 minutes and then quit for an hour. And look just like this. That would be a little different ice pattern on there this morning. 28 degrees. We were 30 degrees by 8 o'clock last night. Yeah, you even see a little color on the roof of the barn there. I texted Tyler and Brooke both last night, told them to be careful because Becky was already watching stuff and there was wrecks all over out here. Yeah, there's a wreck here, and I go, yeah, I wonder why. Because it had just rained when it was 36 degrees, and in a matter of half an hour, we went from 36 down to 30. And right now, well, Ty just texted me a little bit ago. She says that up there at her and Roy's, they're getting snow. And here, we got freezing rain. Looks like there's a little snow mixed with it, but not much. And we're at 28 or 29 degrees. So, Ty was going to pack a bag because she'd rather get stuck out here in the crappy weather than not being able to get here. Excuse me. I mean, it's not like I can't do stuff myself. I've done it for years. Let's just see, Yeah. I usually don't come over to this, but usually you see right into it. A little under. And that's, you know, it's got its own roof. Excuse me again, but yeah. And yeah, Blue's doing a good job. They get to run a little faster than he pushes them, but, you know. And yes, he does tell them when one doesn't move. And looking down here, I would say that there was a little bit of snow here and there at some point. So that's going to make for an interesting day. Ain't the first time, won't be the last time. I found out why Tom wouldn't answer his phone yesterday. He actually answered it today, so somebody must have took it to him. Because he usually don't take it home. Stays at the shop. Yeah, you got the same crud we've got. So, but I come in here and looked, and the temperature fluctuations is all I can figure is doing it. This thing's been in here for how long? And still pumps a little water out of there every now and then. But just got that thing out. We still got to feed yet, but Ty made it here safely. Said roads were a little shady. I expected that. So we're going to do part of the stuff in here and part of it in the oven because there's quite a bit to do. I got to find a propane tank yet. The racks are all, we store them in the extra oven in Mom's basement. And oh, hell, I was looking right at them. There's where my chips are, is in that box. There's like 4 different flavors. And the Reynolds wrap for, yeah, see, Reynolds wrap for the drip pan. But gotta get that stuff together and get some stuff going. And I'm thinking about, of course, the bad thing is we lined that hitch right up middle of the doors because we closed it against the tractor there for, well, it was against the hitch there until we backed it in. I was thinking about just lining that sucker up right with the door and let it vent outside and create a little heat in here, which we still might do. Shove that sucker over one way or the other and make room. And it don't take much. I think I can find me a little piece of tubing to come off the back, direct that smoke outside. That's what I'm going to do, I think. Well, finally got this far. They're in here. That's the first one I put in. Then I went from the bottom up. She said the first bag full was brown sugar, so that top one and the bottom one should be brown sugar, and then the other 2 probably have honey in them. But yeah, it's not too bad in here, right? Right? It's been a lot worse in here with a diesel engine running. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier or not, but yeah, this thing's sitting here still. Tom's got the same crud we got, so he's hoping to be to work tomorrow and finish that.
Yeah, so the only difference is the brown sugar between those 2.
Yeah, okay. So
one will be
and there's still some in that pan, and she's got 1 or 2 pans still in the fridge. And we got a bunch in the oven going.
I have basically.
So hopefully we can get them done today.
Hopefully, but I have my doubts.
Yeah, we'll see.
But as much as we have, I have my doubts.
But hey, we have heat in here right now. It's a little smoked, but we got heat. It's making a difference. Got to be good. It's dribbling. Nice looking stuff too. Yeah, we're right at 1 hour. And I did the top and bottom ones, put them in first, then the other 2. So they're not quite ready to turn over yet. I don't think we're going to get them all done today, which is fine. We'll get enough done to try some anyway. And I think there's at least enough left in that pan to fill the smoker again. Sometimes I've had this go quick. Sometimes I've had it take forever. Looking up this stuff on the ground, I can't find anywhere where it says how long it takes somebody in a smoker, but one of them in an oven, the guy says he did it for 2 hours, then patted the moisture off with a paper towel, turned them over and put them back in for another 2 hours. So, and I've had them do, 45 minutes and have a batch done before. I need to probably rotate them around a little. And I've got it closed all the way up. It's fluctuating a bit on the temperature. We're about 170, 175. It's been 200 down to 150. And that's kind of what you need. And there's still good smoke. And with the door cracked, yeah, there's a little smoke up there, but not so much anywhere else anymore. Just a little steam off my breath. Got some grass robbers out there, I see. There's at least 3 of them. I think 2 of them are standing next to each other. Yep, there we go. They were in the 3/4 piece earlier. And Dougie, who works for the guy that Farmers Cross Road from us, he was here earlier. And he showed up just in time to watch us fill the shop tanks. So that's been done. So at least we got fuel to burn as soon as we have a motor to put on the fan. It's either supposed to be here tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. In the meantime, no, hey, that smoker's kind of helping. Sort of. Not really. And yeah, that's Brooke's work truck. She stopped by for a minute. Dan's were on the way between jobs. So I hear she's in here eating lunch with everybody. So that's what I'm going to go do. And I just showed you what that jerky was looking like. And right after that, I went ahead and switched them around on the racks. A couple of them are, actually there's a couple on one rack that are dim, they're done. Added some more chips to it. I got time to eat lunch. I just finished up lunch and came in and flipped these all over. This rack is probably seriously maybe an hour. maybe. They got about 2 hours on them so far. This one's going to be a little longer. And there's a few that are a little thin. And this got a little hot while I was gone. I came back in, it was up at 250, but yeah, it's not that hot now. These are a little done. They were a little bit thinner. And they were on the back side, which, and if I point you at it, you can see it, right? The very back side, like the bottom rack, gets all the heat. But they're still edible. They're supposed to just bend and not crack, but that looks good. I'm going to find out. Yeah, a little crunchy, a little candied, but yes, it's good. Look who's learning about adjustable shivs and how they come off. She got it figured out with a little prodding. It came off, that's what counts. She said nothing was tight.
It wasn't.
So, yeah, that part's done. Now we just wait for the new motor. Maybe clean some of this shit up. It'd be nice. A bunch of that's got to go, excuse me, back in my pickup. And yeah, still babysitting that. There's some done. It looks about right.
Baby ones?
Oh, you want to look at the baby one? Oh. Yum. Cool off. Now this one tastes even
Those
better.
little baby ones were the first go around on the tube thing, and these were all the rest of them look like that.
Because I wasn't in there to tell her use the wide deal to begin with.
No, I wanted to see if I could do 2 at a time to make it faster. I didn't know how big we
Yeah, but the wide deal actually puts more meat out at once, I think.
It does.
Yeah.
No,
So it's faster.
it's about the same amount of meat.
Either
It's
way.
crimped in the middle, so.
I think we're going to check what's left in here again. Get the dog out of the way so I can spin the chair around. So I can get down here. And then, yeah, we're way back up there again. And I'm going to say the top row is done. So we're gonna pull those off. There's what we got left in here, and they're just almost done. And yeah, get those done. They'll be done here in another 20 minutes or half an hour. These are all layered in here with paper towels. I told her don't put the lid on it because you want them to cool and dry. How wet they are. You want them to dry. Otherwise, it won't be much good. Yeah, you got to keep testing them. I should wait till they cool off more. Throw the paper towel on top. Go from there. Maybe we'll get a little earlier start tomorrow. Because we really didn't get this going until right before lunch. Time we got everything else done this morning. And we get out here and get it going earlier. Hopefully. And the other thing, I mean, she did a pretty good job of getting these things squeezed out, but they weren't all the same thickness. And you get the same issue if you're cutting them. If you don't cut them the right thickness, you got to try to get them all the same. You know, I mean, now it's more or less of 1/8 of an inch, but this one's a little thicker, and that makes a difference. And high winds coming. Rev doors have been rattling. Wind coming back through that crack. But I gotta kind of have that cracked while we're smoking. And right now it's really not putting out any smoke. I'm just trying to get them to finish cooking. And I have no idea what the ones in the oven look like. But, you know, it is what it is. If you get a perfect recipe and you get everything perfect and you can make it all happen the same, you're not picking through finishing like we are. You know, you got different thicknesses. We got different batches, which have different stuff in them, which all makes a difference in how they smoke or dehydrate or dry in the oven, however you're doing it. But there comes a point, screw it, it's done, right? And they're warm enough. I mean, they're going to cook for a few more minutes after they come out. And then once they air dry a little more, you know, they're cured out better. It says on everything I've seen for using the ground meat, said that they're done when you can take one and bend it. Of course, these have cooled a little bit, but when you bend it like that, if it doesn't crack, well, that cracked. But I look in that crack and I think that's cooked, but to me, that's still not quite done. So, but like I said, they do a little more sitting there. And if we're lucky tomorrow, get started early enough, maybe get it all done tomorrow. And maybe get some more shit done in here. Now that I got a heater out here. Seems to me we did this a while back too. Like about a year ago. But we still got too much crap in here in the way that needs to go somewhere. Somewhere. Probably should put that battery there on a charger and see if it'll charge up good and put in my pickup, because one of my pickups toast. Yeah, anyway. Really be happy when that's running again, though. Yeah, that's what these look like. I don't know how they are. I think they got a ways to go. They got a long ways to go. And these have been in here for at least a half an hour longer than what's been in the smoker. We may take those out of here and go throw them on the smoker to finish them. Probably get them done quicker. Happy day! This is early. Becky just called me to inform me that as I was figuring that's what this was, I just got it from the delivery dude. She says, "That's your motor, that's your motor." So, it's like Christmas. Somewhere in here, look at that. Somewhere in here, there's a motor. Oh my God, this is better than Christmas, because we're going to have heat about 2 days earlier than I thought we were. So, good thing Thailand literally just pulled that pulley off about half an hour ago, not even that. Because now it's going to go on this one, and I got to wire the damn thing in to make it work. I'll bring you back. Hey, guess what? Motor's in.
3,
Here we go.
2.
Woo! I'm good with that. Ended up with the adjustable sieve in a little tighter than it was. I'm not sure why. And put a new rubber on the end of that. Just a little jumping and herking and jerking, but she's in there and running, and it is blowing. Trust me, it about blew me over. While I'm here, the screwdriver I had wasn't the best on these little screws, so make sure those are tight. And there's a little heat coming. I know there's a little heat because we have fire. Okay, it ain't gonna be frozen here in the morning. Okay, these are much better now than they were in the oven. They've had, well, whatever time it took us to put that motor on is how long they've been in here. And they're actually looking good. Thailand just flipped them over right after we got the motor done. And I should maybe put more chips in, but I'm not going to worry about it because all they got to do is finish and they're done.